Earlier I had talked about being still is a good way to be closer to God, to understand and see and know all of His wonders. But another thing that you can do is to talk about Him. Talk about Him with your friends, your family. Think about Him. Talk to Him. The more you talk about Him, the more excited you get about Him. So we're going to do a little bit of campfire talk and ask a few questions. And even though we're answering the questions in your mind and in your heart, I want you to think for yourself how you would answer these questions. So tell me, if someone who does not know Jesus were to truly open their minds, open their hearts, and listen to exactly what you have to say, what is the one most important thing you would like for them to hear and to know?
That Jesus accepts you right where you're at, exactly how you are.
And you care to explain a little bit what you mean about that?
He doesn't expect perfection, not even after 20 years of walking with Him, or when you first come to Him. It's like being sick and waiting to go to the doctor until after you feel better. You tell Him, see, look it, I got better all on my own. He accepts you right where you're at, and He makes it possible for you to want to be a better person. You may have it all together on the outside, but everybody on the inside is struggling with something. It could be anger, resentment, bitterness, even unforgiveness. But He doesn't care. He just says, come as you are.
I know a lot of people think that they can't even walk into the doors of a church because they feel dirty, they feel filthy, they feel sinful, and they think that they have to clean their life up before they can even walk inside of a church. And I really, truly believe that keeps a lot of people from even coming. What do you think about that?
The church is just a building. If people are struggling with that, it's because of what the church, the so-called believers, have personified, and shame on them. We need to make sure that our arms and our hearts and our doors are open. And the church isn't a building. We need to remember that. It's people. Because the buildings can be gone, but God's church will still continue to thrive. And so Christians, true Christians, have to do a much better job and representation of who Christ is. And that doesn't mean you expect perfection from a drug addict, or a prostitute, or a homosexual. Accept them just like Christ did. It reminds me of the story, actually not even a story, but it's reality, that they had brought in a woman caught in the very act of adultery. Think about it, caught in the very act. Still don't know why they didn't bring the guy, but they caught her in the very act and brought her to Jesus and was expecting Him to condemn her. And He simply said, whoever is without sin, cast the first stone. And there was only one person there that was able to do that. And He said, woman, where are your accusers? She said, my Lord, they're all gone. He says, then neither do I condemn you. Go and sin no more. He was truly looking at her heart, and that she had a change of heart. And I think what people need to realize is that Christ is saying, come to me. I'm not going to condemn you. But in order to be my friend, And in order to walk with me, you need to follow me and be an example like I am. And I think that's when, for me, it made me realize that, okay, I can't be perfect. I don't want to be perfect, but he's given me the desire to want to be a better dad, a better man, a better husband, a better brother, a better son. Never have I reached that pinnacle, and nor will I ever, but he's the reason that I live. He's the reason I get up every morning. And I think that's what we, as a church, need to remember to do, is to remember where we came from. And if we were to be treated how we have treated people that have walked into those doors or come into our lives and judged them, would we have wanted to walk the walk that we're walking?